Good evening. What's up, everybody? What up, what up, what up, what up? Hello, Red Fox. Good evening, Morwen. Diadem, since the keyword is Diadem. Diadem is free! They unbanned Diadem, Shapeless. They unbanned Diadem. Let's go, guys. Justice. Vengeance is cool to X the set carried bot for a hot second. You'll know who you are on Xbox NA. The camp itself is lame at best. Yeah, I get you there. Can we watch the video? I'm not sure. Hang on. Which video do you mean? Amir! Hello, 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 Zapman, Renata Lux, Chris. Hello, everyone. I want to play some Gandalf. I want to play some Gandalf. Ding, ding. Found a screenshot. Hello, Chinchilla. Guys, check out the YouTube. Leave a lurk in the stream. Type in Diadem in both chats. Type in Diadem in the YouTube chat. Type in Diadem in the Twitch chat. Let's go, guys. Yo, what up, Uzak? How you doing, man? Biker! How you doing, Biker? Oh, Biker, by the way. I don't know if you already did, but sign up for the RP event, everyone. Check the Discord and sign up, guys. Let's go, Yuzak. Hello, Simone! Lost my power yesterday? Oh no. Yo, Deadpool! Good evening, Deadpool. How are you doing? Yo, yo, yo. Good evening, everyone. Hope you're all having a beautiful, beautiful Tuesday. What have you guys been up to today? I had work today, then I chilled a little bit at home. And then I went to football practice. And I actually played a lot of football myself today, so quite excited about that. Don't worry, Biker, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Hello, Lito. I'm just home. I'm just home myself as well. Stopped playing ESO for a few weeks, built my first PC, and I played so many games. That is so cool, Yuzak. That is so cool. And yeah, welcome back. We've missed you. Oh. What up, Litly? Is there any cool dagger skins I can farm? Oh, there's so many outfit styles. I don't know where to begin, Litly. There's so many outfit styles. Sometimes what you just need to do is go to this menu, go to the one-handed weapon, go to the daggers, and just go to all the ones you haven't discovered yet, and then figure out, like, if you see anyone, like for example you see this one and you're like, oh my god, I really want this, just trying to figure out how to get it. Because I don't know what you think is cool there. There's so many different daggers in the game. I don't know what you like. I don't know. Like the Wimpus Lobo has? Oh, he has the Rune Priest ones. They're from the Crown Store, sadly. He has the Rune Priest ones. I only have the two-hander. And the staff. So I have the staff and the two-hander. I don't have the one-hander as well. But they're from the Crown Store, sadly. They were in some kind of crate. I don't know which one. So you cannot really... I don't think you can farm them in the game, at least. I might be entirely wrong, but I don't think you can farm them in the game. Yo, Geo! Hello, hello, hello! Damn, we just went live and we already have a raid! Thank you so much, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Lorcha! How you doing, Geo? Lady Wolf, good evening. Thank you so much for the raid, Geo. What were you up to? I quickly want to do a battleground. I may be going into Vengeance a little bit later. But I actually want to get some clips. How are you today? I'm doing really, really well. I just got back from football practice. The first practice in a very, very long time. I actually did a lot of active football myself, so I'm quite excited. It went pretty well. The Wraith, no, they're not there. They're not there. I already know that they're not there. It's only the hidden kindred ones. The sea healed ya? No. It's actually my exercises every single day. Been doing pistol squats for the last month. And I feel the strength returning a little bit in my leg. I'm still very not at ease, but that will come naturally. Damn, what is this chaos that I got myself into? Anox! Hello, 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 hello! Fortunately, I need to hop off. It is late. I'm sick again. Oh no. Tempted to say hi and to resub. Let's go! Thank you so much! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Speaking of subbing, I'm losing subs while we speak. I think we have to change the sub goal. Again, Gion, thank you so much for the raid. Everyone that isn't following Gion yet, make sure to do so. An insanely creative and cool human being. We did a few dailies, a dungeon, A little one-on-one on housing. Oh, that's always fun. The housing community keeps amazing me. They keep amazing me how creative people can be in this game. Still sick here as well? Oh no. I actually don't feel great myself as well. Been having like a weird stomach ache. We have raids now on YouTube? Yes. Yes, you can raid on YouTube. You can redirect. It's called redirect there. Sneezing and coughing? Oh no. September for 2012. Oh, then it should be... It should be soon then that they return, maybe. Maybe October, November. Feels a lot better today. Nice. But yeah, my subs keep running out, so let's change the goal, I think. Even know where I put the goal. Yeah, that's too much. Let's do a small goal. Let's set a small goal. At least for now it's small. 10 subs. We're 10 subs away. What they do? Yeah, they usually all come back at a certain point. It's a bit unpredictable how long it takes them to do so though. But they usually come back, yeah. Schmool. Didn't miss anything. You have the description how to get it. The ones from the crowns are not available in the preview. Yeah, true. Usually it's like 1-2 years. Yeah. Temporal teach. And guys, type in Diadem, because Diadem is free. Left a lurk and woke up in the morning to see another channel and was confused thinking I was sleepwalking. The 10-year anniversary ones. Ooh, yeah, good point. Good point. Would they return? Anyone watch the Viking series? Oh my god. You've never seen it yet? You'll in for a treat. It's a phenomenal series in my opinion. Where's the item is free? Yeah. I don't know if we still have it. I could ask Chinchilla in a bit. The item is full. Yeah, I'm so happy for him though. So happy. So happy for him that he can play the game and just have fun. Play with his friendos. Oh my god, another sub ran out! Oh no, guys! The streamer is falling off big time. What was that? That's a way to pronounce that phrase. Yo, Gumbro! Oh, by the way, everyone, join the YouTube. Join the YouTube. Join the YouTube, please. And while you are at it, I genuinely think I outdid myself. I think I made the best thumbnail I've ever made. I think I made the best thumbnail I've ever made. Are you guys ready? I think this is the best thumbnail I've ever made. Watch Grave Gaming's. Ooh. But yeah, the Viking series is amazing. Literally amazing. Genuinely one of the coolest series I've ever seen. So yeah, thumbnail, big success. Some people say the ending was meh. Fuck all of that. I have a very controversial opinion about series, and that is that you should always judge a series from A to Z. I understand why, because sometimes, you know, writers change, sometimes actors change, sometimes the story unfolds like you do. But people just get attached. When people start getting attached to a series, they think they have some kind of creative entitlement on how the series should go. I believe in a series from A to Z, and Vikings from A to Z is one of the most fun experience you'll ever had. Yes, maybe the last couple seasons are not as strong or not as refreshing and new and whatnot. And maybe they go a bit too far in one of the storyline. Who the cares? Who cares? Like, for example, I'm one of the people that is not super angry at the last seasons of Game of Thrones. Like, Game of Thrones was still fucking amazing in its own right. Still had, like, such a fun time watching it. I rewatched it even, when was it the last time we rewatched? Nito was like 2 years ago or something. And it was amazing still. Not to release the last season? No, because A sucks. If A sucks, then and B sucks as well, then there is no A to C. Because I don't have an attachment build up. That's not the same argument, Aaron. And they can't even fix that series. They literally can't. Sidon! Welcome back, brother! I'm so happy for you, man. So happy for you. And luckily this time it was a little bit faster than the last time. It still took way too long, but I'm so happy that you're back, my friend. Vikings, I blanked out. No, Game of Thrones.
Giveaway, Follow plus Type in, die UMV Chance to win 1 Million Gold für PC EONA, when our goal is reached, we and more ja to test the giveaway, good luck.
Thank you, Klaus. God. What is this break? Free? Klaus said my name super weird. What did he say? I didn't actually listen. Doom? Come, chase me! Chase me, everyone! Maybe my teammates can escape then. Oh, they don't chase me. He saw that his friends weren't following.
Dudum, dudum, dudum.
Yeah. Dudum, dudum, dudum. Dudums. Well, what the fuck is this game? Oh my god. I love it when buttons work. I love it when my javelin goes off. What the fuck was that? What was my character doing? My character was just slowly sliding away after the leap. Come on now. Come on now. Did you know Steins Gate? That's an anime, right? Or am I bugging? Maybe I'm confusing it with another gate. Akasha! Hello, hello, hello! Dino! What is good? Dino! The item is free! The item is free! Yo, Koktra! Koktra joins the item is free party as well. What up, DJ? Dobro večer! Magenta, hello, hello, hello! Shape loose! What is good, everyone? Does anyone know how to get the companion ultimate on my... I have no clue. I've never used the companion. Can someone help lately with the companion? I have no clue. Red Fox tried to rush your mom? Damn, Red Fox. What up, Koktra? Are you as happy as I am that our friend is back? Come on, man.
The point is lost. Glory of Isgramor! We've captured the point.
The heroes. Wee, wee. I don't have sustain for this. Don't think I have sustain for this. Maybe now? Maybe now? Maybe now? Oh my god. Get back here now. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No way. Are you seriously running away now? Come on. I was gonna say, just fight back, man. Oh my god, he's seriously running away. Holy moly. Wow. That was actually funny. That was actually hilarious. Like the moment he saw he was alone, he just was like, nope. Yo, Bill, good luck on the giveaway on YouTube. Magenta, good luck on YouTube. Daniel, good luck on YouTube. Let's go, guys. By the way, Aaron! 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 Aaron, 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 Aaron. Aaron. I have big news. Big stoinks news. You won 1 million gold yesterday. It's just like capture the relic in the ESO. Oh my god. It's a shame the generation now won't ever get the feeling of going to the cinema. Watch the release of the Fellowship of the Ring. Yeah, true. But they have their own things, though. They have their own things. They have their own things. Make ESO PvP community quit ESO again. What the hell? Luna! Yes, everyone type in Diadem, because Diadem is free! Yes, Diadem is free, Luna! It's a fun BG, by the way. Those were fun fights. Two numbers. $14K non-crit? Shush! Wait, is this thing following me? Is this thing following me? My missus said she thought The Hobbit was boring. No, I don't think The Hobbit is boring. I actually enjoy The Hobbit quite a lot. It's not the level of Lord of the Rings, but it's still really, really fun to watch. I was on your team that match? Nice. My third BG with subclassing in the game. Interesting to say the least. Yeah, it is if you haven't played with subclassing or against subclassing, it is different. It is different. The burst damage has like exponentially grown. I had the same on Biz Discord server, that people joined and directly after message you in a weird way. For example, hello. Can you spare a minute of that? Oh, that's always some kind of bot that's trying to like sell you some art and whatnot. So yeah, Aaron, you won 1 million gold. Do you do you want it? Or did you join for someone else? I need to collect my gold from a couple of characters for this one. ECEU? Yes, of course. Nice. Nice. No, the giveaway from yesterday was morbid. The giveaway from today is at the end of the stream, but you don't have to be here for the draw. So this is a perfect example. So Aaron wasn't here for the draw, but Aaron is still gonna get this prize. Because the winner is always final. Exclamation mark winner. So you haven't missed anything yet, Morbid. The 1 million gold we were talking about was yesterday's. Yeah, the font is really cool. It's the nameplater add-on. And join the YouTube stream, guys. Leave a lurk, like the stream. Subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't already. Make sure to type in Didem in the YouTube chat. Let's go, guys. Alright, let me do this PG, and then I'm gonna send you the gold, Aaron. Yeah, Aaron. I got you. Yes, Jessica. We sometimes it's a bit annoying when we can't reach people and whatnot, but we have been 100 out of 100 so far. 100% guaranteed winners. Joe, good luck on YouTube. And thank you for being there. Like the stream, guys. Subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't already. I really want to up the YouTube content, so please make sure to subscribe and turn on all your notifications so you don't miss out on the videos. Because I really want to put out more videos again. I gave myself a mission to make the videos a little bit shorter, so it's easier for me to edit. So I'm gonna make them shorter, and then hopefully I can also upgrade the quality. So they're just gonna be like shorter roleplay videos with like a cool intro, like I always do, some cool gameplay footage. Then we're gonna attach the short with the build, and then we can be a lot more educative about the builds as well. I can confirm that you can win in your sleep too. Steam with the smartphone? Yay! Alex, good luck on the YouTube giveaway. Golem. Oh no. Yeah, where the chinchilla? Do we still have the free item thingy? The sound alert? No, I don't think we have it anymore. That was funny though last time. I'll use the gold to make pay Gumbro to help me with dungeons. Yeah. Thank you, Jessica, and good luck on the YouTube giveaway. And thank you for being there. Yes, guys, Diadem is back. Happy days, happy days. Spellslinger, good luck on the giveaway. Lorch, good luck on the giveaway. Lombo, good luck on the giveaway. Of the worst looking giveaways? Nah, don't say that, Lidley. Don't say that. You never know. You never know. And guys, if we want to unlock an extra giveaway, if we want to unlock some crowns to the giveaway, we need 11 subs. 11 subs. We lost a lot of subs over the last couple of days. Because last month was a very, very, very crazy month. So a lot of subs are running out. So we are easing up the goals again. To slowly start climbing back up. So we need 11 subs to unlock an extra crown giveaway. We need 59 followers. Oh my god. He did delete it. Is my shadow play on? Is my shadow play on, please? It is. Nice. I survived today on peanuts and lotus seeds. Nice. Get into it. But I'm out for tonight. Too sleepy. Idol, good Luna. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a good sleep, and I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll start a lot earlier. But today I had football practice. Delphis, good luck on the giveaway. Cookchuck, good luck on the giveaway. Mossberg, good luck on the giveaway. Let's go, guys. Enjoy the giveaway on YouTube as well, guys. Type in Diadem in the YouTube chat. Like the YouTube stream. Leave a lurk, subscribe. So what has everyone been up to today? Wowie. Cleaning. That needs to be done as well. Dinosaurus! Hello, hello, hello. Chester, good luck on the giveaway. Dinosaurus, good luck on the giveaway. Good evening, guys. How are you doing? Will you be nice to me? Better not tell you. Oh my god, it immediately starts bullying you again. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Dinosaurus. Good luck on the giveaway there. Wow. I had no eyes for what's happening next to me. Hey, the Dino Bros are together. Vaku, good luck on a giveaway.
Glory of Isgramor! We've captured the point! It was never a contest. We've taken the point.
By the way, Didem, did you see? Did you see my my YouTube thumbnail? I think you will appreciate that one.
By Stendor, the capture point.
Yes, Didem is free. Yes, organism. He's able to play ESO again. He called someone a Zerg bot. The guy was, by the way, the other guy was starting the conversation. Bit like all kinds of slurs and whatnot. Then Didem reacted with sayings like, "You're not the smartest," or "You're not so smart." He called him a Zerg bot, and he told him to shut the fuck up. With the abbreviation of STFU. And that got him a permaban. That got him a permaban. Crazy. Yeah, it was a perma. We had to do the appeals again. I sent forward his ticket numbers to a couple of connections. So, thankfully all of that work died. Decimus helped as well. Decimus made like a couple posts on some platforms. We spent free item again during the Bethesda stream. Oh, Chester, I think you were a little bit too fast. I think you were a little bit too fast on the Palantir. Sometimes it needs like a little cooldown. By the way, I was watching earlier during prime time the population of vengeance. It still didn't really speak volumes. Oh, someone is typing Russian in in-game chat. Called my Define White Light skin as you roll as white wall instead of wow perfect body. What the fuck? Yo, Dark Lights! Good luck on the giveaway. Thank you guys for hanging out in the YouTube chat. I appreciate that so much, guys. Thank you for the support. But here, Diadem, look. This is my thumbnail. If you know, you know. And I'm gonna send you the gold, Aaron. I'm gonna send you the gold right now. And good night, man. Guys, join the giveaway, follow the channel, type in Diadem. And if you want to make an extra giveaway with some crowns, we need 11 more subs, 59 more followers. Let's try to break those goals today, guys. Pom 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 pom. What up, Gaius? Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing, man? Good evening. What up, Nixo? Hello, hello, hello. And congrats again, Nixo. Nixo won the giveaway like last week, and he got 3 new character slots. Let's go, man.
Cancel.
I don't know what just happened, but nice. What was I doing here? This.
Your gold.
Hello, Heart Ray. How are you doing? And good luck on the giveaway. How's your day been, Gaius? Oh no, I didn't check what other character has gold. Oh no. Hope it's Sauron. That will do.
Fear not, featherless one.
Congrats, Aaron. Ask again later. Last time I came here, there was a guy in chat complaining about something regarding PvP. What was it? Oh, he was. No, he wasn't even complaining about PvP. He was. I was obviously. Maybe I took it a little bit too far, but I was exaggerating about how much this shows that players don't actually want to play Vengeance and they only played it for the Golden Pursuit. And then he made an argument that it's also because it's the Undaunted event. And I was like, yeah, but if they really care about Vengeance, they would still play, right? They would still play regardless if it's the Undaunted event, because they love it so much. And then he was kind of like, no, and then he had a weird argument about statistics, because then he said like, oh, it's only PCEU, and PCEU is not the entire game. You're only 1/6 of the game. I said like, yeah, that's not how data works, my friend. PCEU is definitely a big enough sample size to make a estimated calculation of a trend going downwards. It's not the exact number that is accurate, but you can. I mean, you know this, Geoshu. You're probably good with numbers and whatnot. That's just how basic statistics work. If the sample size is big enough, you can at least talk about trends and you can talk about percentages, which are like quite accurate. Yeah, it was a super weird argument, and then I even directly asked him, said like, for example, you know how we look at Steam charts, right? If Steam charts are going down, that means that the player base is going down. If it's the exact same percentage, no, but it's probably going to be relatively close, because Steam charts is actually a big enough sample size. It's actually a big enough sample size to make certain conclusions. It doesn't give the accurate number, but it gives you accurate percentages and trends. But he refused to acknowledge that, and then he said that I should take more factors into the equation and whatnot, and then, I don't know. It was a bit weird. I would be surprised if any single console is the same. Yeah. It's fine. I think he was just angry at me for being so negative, which I can imagine, right? I can imagine. Maybe I didn't sound so fun to listen to, and he was like, yo, fuck this streamer complaining and whining and bitching about stuff. That is fair, but then argue that, right? I would have actually taken the L if he said like, yo, can you just stop bitching and play the game? I would be like, oh yeah, you know what, you're actually right. but if you come talk to me that it's like mathematically inaccurate and whatnot, and it's yeah, it doesn't work like that. Well, it doesn't even matter. Like I don't think it matters if you knew or not, but you at least have to be accurate in your criticism. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like, I was being a little bit of a snob, right? I was being like, you know, obviously a bit of sarcasm into it and a little bit of like mean, a little bit of toxicity. Because I think this is hilarious. This fills my heart with joy. It fills my heart with joy that it's 11 at night and everyone said that Vengeance didn't need the Golden Pursuit because it was so popular, everyone loves it, and this is the result. That's just, yeah, it feels like justice almost, because we all said it, right? Like everyone said it, like, no, this is not an accurate representation because of the Golden Pursuit, and we already saw it during the previous Vengeance test, where after day like 2, it never filled up anymore. On the topic of Steam charts, whenever the platform has trouble, which used to happen a lot more frequently, it wasn't really a reliable source for data, but later, yeah, exactly. Like maybe that would have been an accurate, like, argument against Steam charts not being a well enough sample size. But even then, I would still argue that Steam charts overall, because they look at like 30 days averages and whatnot, like the trend at least, right? If you look at the trend, like, let me grab the Steam charts. Or shouldn't we? Like, if you look at this, like I don't care about this number. This could be entirely inaccurate and whatnot, and I don't care about this number. I don't care about this number. But if you look at like the overall trend, if you look at the trend of the player base, like slowly declining, and we feel that in the game as well, right? BGs are popping less, Cyrodiil empties out earlier and whatnot. So you kind of feel all of that combined. So I would definitely say this is a big enough sample size to see if it's like declining or not. It does not tell the whole story, but you don't need the whole story. Yeah, that's yeah, again, I'm gonna say one more thing and then I'm gonna shift the conversation towards, you know, us trying to have fun a little bit more, but it's not only Steam charts where you can look at it. A good indicator if a game is doing well, it doesn't say anything, but the category in Twitch. This is, since I watch Twitch, since I watch ESO Twitch, this is the worst state I've seen ESO in. The fact that I'm the third streamer with 49 viewers, I'm sorry. As much as I'm happy to be up here, if I actually only have 49 viewers, I should be at least on the second row, maybe even on the third. Like, even with drops, even when we had drops last week, and we can argue that the drops aren't good, I know that, but the drops were never really good. Like, we've had more drop campaigns where it was only like a crate or only a scroll. And usually there will still be like a quiet buzz around it. You would still have like a couple thousand viewers, especially in the first couple of days. We didn't even reach that. Kijkers. Yeah. Hello, Valerina. And Biz was saying it earlier as well. This said it was like the worst performance he have seen on the stream side of things in like what did he say again? I don't want to misquote him. I think he said 5 years. So yeah, there's definitely something going on in ESO at the moment. Does that mean the game is dead? No. Does that mean the game is dying? No. But it says something. It says something about people are not as interested. People are not as eager to log in. People are not as eager to watch the streams. Streamers are not as eager to stream the game. Well, but yeah, I think you're quite accurate there, Gaves. He doesn't just talk about it, right? It's definitely something he notices. It's all the Elder Scrolls. No, because actually during the Elder Scrolls remaster, the ESO category was actually doing pretty well. We actually benefited from that. Yo, Kodaki! What's good, man? How are you doing? Benchy, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the fellowship. Welcome, 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 welcome. Let's go, guys. And Connor, thank you for the follow as well. Welcome to the fellowship. Make sure to follow the giveaway, guys. Follow the Twitch and type in Diadem if you want to join the extra giveaway on YouTube. Type in Diadem in the YouTube chat. Leave a lurk, like the stream, subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't already. And please, guys, join the Discord as well. Sad for Vengeance and Battlegrounds. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a fun topic. It's not a fun conversation. I know some people are not. Some people don't want to talk about it. Like, I don't want to shit on this game. I fucking love this game. I want to enjoy it more, but I have felt like some sort of detachment and less enjoyment myself as well. And I'm only one person, but if that feeling is shared by a lot of others, and then you actually see it in the charts, and you actually see it in the streaming performances, and you see it in Google searches and in trends, and then it's sad, and it's a bit scary. It makes me a bit anxious. Because can you imagine if you're an ESO streamer? Yeah. But again, I said let's swift the conversation to like a little more lightheaded stuff. Unless someone has like something to say about it, I'm happily to react to it. But I don't want to drag into it too much, because it's gonna make us all sad. Yeah, definitely Spellsinger, definitely. And the game always goes through phases, you know? Maybe they blow everyone absolutely out of the water next year and they do something cool, but the thing is, that is next year. Because we already know what's coming in Update 48. And then we know after Update 48 we have to wait another couple months for the update after that. And so we kind of know that for like the upcoming 5-6 months, the game is going to be in a state where a lot of people are not having the joy that they used to have, or not having joy at all, or having less joy. For certain people it may be more fun, you know, there's always multiple layers in these things, but yeah, it's kind of... It is a bit scary. It is a bit scary. And if you, I'm not burned out. I'm not burned out, Midgard. I'm not burned out at all. I'm actually really enthusiastic to do the things that I want to do, but the game doesn't let me. Like, I want to make videos, I want to make builds. I'm really excited. I made some awesome builds in the last 4 weeks. We made an awesome Balrog build. We made a new Gandalf build. We made a new Aragorn build. We made a new Witch King build. We made a new Kamul build. We updated the Saruman build. We made a new build. We have so many cool builds to play with, but the thing is, we can pretty much only achieve results in the BGs, and the BGs are not perfect. And Cyrodiil is just pretty much unplayable, and now it's Vengeance, so that takes away the whole purpose of that. Then subclassing just reduced the fun, because it's harder and harder and harder to compete with thematic roleplay builds in comparison to the meta, because the power creep has just escalated. So it's not about me burning out. Like, I actually still have a lot of enthusiasm about doing the things in the game. It's just the game doesn't allow me. I love this game, I really do, but PvP isn't fun to me anymore. I don't know why. I'm enjoying endgame PvE though. That's fun, man. That's fun. And I've genuinely been enjoying like our little Undaunted pledges runs as well, and doing like, I still want to do the RP events. I'm still super excited about a lot of stuff. I still want to do the freaking GeoGuessr. After the RP event, help me remember, guys. After the RP event, we're gonna build the GeoGuessr game. That's gonna be so much fun. Like, I'm really excited for that kind of stuff. I really want to do another fashion contest. I still want to do the role-playing dueling tournament. I still have a lot of cool goals. A lot of cool things I want to do in the game. But, like, I also just want to log into the game and just hop into Cyrodiil and hop into the BGs and have fun. And that part is a bit more rough right now. I meant for those who feel like it hasn't been as fun. No, true. So since you're a PvPer, I understand the pain even more. I think PvPers were overly whiny until I tried PvP about 2 years ago. Man, you guys have been through it. It's again, they gave us like a carrot to chase with the battlegrounds, but you know, at some point you want to take like a bite from the carrot, and they just don't, because they just leave it. It's an unfinished product. The battlegrounds are an unfinished product. I even would argue Infinite Archive has a little bit of the same, but Infinite Archive is inherently already much better than the BGs, so there's still so much fun to be had in the Infinite Archive. But I would even argue that Infinite Archive is a little bit an unfinished product. I think subclassing is absolutely an unfinished product. I think hybridization is an unfinished product. I would even argue scribing is an unfinished product. I would say the every evolving new sets makes the class balancing a never-ending. But it always feels like unfinished. It always feels like we have to wait on something. But I don't know about you guys, but I don't particularly enjoy waiting. I'm fine with being patient, but we need to see something at some point. We need some light at the end of the tunnel of like, oh, this is what we're aiming for. And I don't really see it right now. I really see it right now. Is it stuck in combat? Yeah, it still is. I know you talk about PvP and not PvE stuff, but are you not at all interested in the Rithing Wall? I am interested in the concept of it, but I'm not sure what it... I'm still a bit unsure what it means, because from what I understand, it's more or less that we're like doing the finishing quests and dailies and whatnot. or how yeah, I kind of still don't really know how it's gonna work. It's also like, yeah, how do I say it? Like, I'm like, interested is definitely a good word. I'm definitely interested, but am I really excited about it? Not really. Not really, in all honesty. And that is that the game's fault? No, I don't blame ESO for that. That is on me. That is my own personal subjective feeling towards that thing, right? Because I'm actually quite an easy customer. Pretty much all you have to provide for me as a customer is a fun, slightly rock paper scissors balanced PvP, which functions, you know. And not, did you see that? Did you see that leg spike? Perfect example. That leg spike keeps happening. It's because of the werewolf transformation. It has been in the game the moment Battlegrounds came out. It's a year later now, and it still hasn't been fixed, and they haven't even acknowledged it. They haven't even talked about it. Everyone keeps complaining about it. There are multiple posts about it, and it keeps happening, and it's just frustrating. It's just extremely frustrating. On PTS right now, and it has the potential to be very fun. They really haven't pitched it very well. Yeah, I'm really not sure what to expect, but I hope it's gonna be fun, and I hope, you know, I'm a very unselfish player, because I just want people to have fun in ESO, and yes, I can sometimes be judgmental about people trying to take away elements of the game that I like, but that's not because I don't think those people should have joy. I just believe in an environment that I don't have to suffer for them to have fun. Or maybe suffer is a bit of a dramatic word, but I don't have to sacrifice my fun for their fun, because it's not even necessary. They can perfectly coexist, but somehow I feel like the devs fail to understand that, and they just keep taking away from certain aspects of the game, and they keep implementing things that are catering towards, and I'm not even want to make it like catering towards a group of players and it's they play the game wrong and I play the game right. Nothing like that. Like, I've made that argument so many times. Like, I understand this game doesn't live on players like Kamul. Like, they need all kinds of players and they need to satisfy all of them, but at a certain point, if you make the argument that you make changes in order to help certain groups, but in reality you're not actually helping them, you make it even more complicated for them, make the power creep even more insanely huge, you make the complexity even more and whatnot, then I'm kind of lost of what we're exactly doing then. That's kind of where my frustration comes from. Because, you know, if they would say like, yo, we're making these changes in order to get all these new players in the game and whatnot, and if I would look at like the charts, if I would look at the data, if I would look at the statistics, and I would actually see like, oh fuck, ESO is actually like growing, we're getting so many new players, like, oh damn, you know, it's actually in an upward spiral, in like an upward trend, then I would sit here and be like, yo, fair enough. If that's their decision, fair enough, but it clearly doesn't do it. It does the opposite. It does the actual opposite. And that's making me anxious, it's making me scared, and It's making me frustrated because it's so unnecessary. Who plays the game wrong? Yeah, and I know that. Like genuinely, I actually I advocate that for so many times that the game shouldn't, like, the dev should not listen to me, to what I, Kamul, want. But I do think I make a lot of good points that would be a healthy thing for them to think about and take into consideration, because they don't even are about me. Like, if it would be about me, why the fuck would I care about the new player experience? I'm not a new player. But I understand we need new players. Performance issues in PvP are ridiculous. Yeah, it is. It's unplayable. It's unplayable. 3 hours from the ESO. I mean, I live in the Netherlands. I have phenomenal internet. My server is... The server is relatively close to me because it's in Germany. All of that is true, but the performance is just ass. It's desync. It's not even lag. It's not my ping goes through the roof. It's not even my FPS reaches a number of unplayable. It's literally a weird server side desync that makes people out of position. It makes a lot of single target skills where you have to aim at someone not work because it's not calculating it properly, because there's just a weird invisible desync and whatnot. And I don't know, maybe not everyone notices it, but it's there, and it's not only on my end. Like, I don't want to hear anyone trying to fucking say it's my PC or whatnot. Like, get out of here. Like, my PC is perfectly well enough and everything, and I also don't want to hear the add-on arguments and whatnot. It's not that. I watch people play with barely any add-ons and I see the same freaking issues. I mean, what was happening yesterday? I killed someone with a light attack after I was dead. Like, come on. Most MMOs follow the same trend? Yeah, in a way it's also an MMO trend, and in a way it's also just gaming in general. Like, the corporate side of gaming is really pushing game devs and game studios to their limits of what they can potentially actually mean for their player base, in comparison what they can mean for how much money they're making. It's a tough time. A reality where vengeance testing leads to Cyrodiil, which is fun and performant and separate from PvE. The game could be better than ever. Yeah, but I'm in all honesty, I kind of lost all faith. Again, I don't want to sound too dooming. And if I sound too dooming, I am sorry, but I just speak what's in my heart. I speak what's in my knowledge. I speak what I'm observing, and them introducing perks and whatnot, what does that have to do with what's going on the live server? Because they were supposed to test the pain points, and if they're just gonna implement their own versions and their own calculations and their own, like, new things, then what are we testing? Like, then they should just say, like, listen up, Cyrodiil right now doesn't work, it's broken, we're gonna try to rebuild a Cyrodiil and we're gonna make it as fun as possible for you guys. Fair enough.
My brother worked the shipyards
But
at Tava's Blessing.
they don't communicate it like that, because they say it's like a test, and they say they don't want to take away these aspects of the game we have right now, but it doesn't make any sense anymore, in all honesty. It doesn't really make any sense anymore. I don't know what they're doing, and that's the issue. I don't know, like I can assume certain stuffs, I can observe what they're doing, I can observe what they're communicating, but it's just so unclear. I don't know what they're doing. I'm very grateful for companions because I'm a solo player, and with companions I can do more harder content. Yeah, that's awesome. Like I love people that are so happy with the companions and whatnot, and I don't mind that. I don't like that and other people love that. That's fine, because you know what, it's not that people have companions is not doing anything to me. They finally dropped the mask though. It's not a test. Yeah, I kind of believe that they need to come out and say vengeance might be the future. Yeah, they need to. I think they owe it. They owe it to players like me. They owe it to players like Victor. To players like that have been in Cyrodiil for such a long time. That have been enjoying Cyrodiil for such a long time. If that's what they want to do, they need to be clear about it. They need to be honest. And then I also treat it with a different mindset. Right now, I go into vengeance, I observe what is happening, and again, I'm gonna maybe sound a bit salty, but this is the genuine observation I'm making. 80% of the people that is in vengeance is not playing the game. They're just running around. They're just watching. It's a spectacle. It's an experience. It's like going into a theme park ride, right? And it's fine, and I can understand that's fun and it's enjoyable, but is that fair to implement that in the main PvP mode that hundreds and hundreds and arguably thousands of players are enjoying? And again, I want to reiterate this so many times, so please, whenever I talk about this stuff, I am not defending the current state of PvP. I think the current state of PvP outside of vengeance is not good at all. It's just certain people have a mindset of like, oh, Cyrodiil sucks right now. They're doing something new. They're trying something. That's the holy grail. And let's just go with it without any fucking criticism. And then they bring up the wrong arguments, because like how can you kill the core concept of the game, which is a power fantasy where your journey as your character should matter, where your decisions from your character should matter, where the items that you pick up, the items that you found around the world, all the content that you've done, it should all matter towards your power. That is inherently what an MMORPG is. Because if that's the argument, that people don't want that people just want to jump into PvP and be on equal, then I want the entire game to be like that. And I genuinely mean that. That maybe sounds a bit toxic, but then I want the entire game to be like that. Then we need vengeance everywhere. Then they just need to overhaul the whole fucking combat system and make it a freaking theme park where you log in the game and you're on the same power as everyone else. And just do whatever you want to do. If that's your mindset, that's fair. But don't only do it to my beloved PvP, my beloved Cyrodiil. That's so unfair to me. It's so unfair to me. Also, ESO devs always coming out with excuses. Database are hard or programming is difficult. And it is, Spellslinger. It is. I think if the solution was more easy, they would probably do it. I think it is difficult. I think it is complex. But I sometimes feel there is a lack of either maybe they don't have the corporate backing them in making the investments. So they're saying like, okay, fix the problem, but we're not gonna give you the proper resources. So you guys have to fix the problem with not sufficient resources. Maybe it's something like that, but I don't know. We don't know. It's such an annoying thing that we don't know. You know what this game does need though? Instead of seemingly randomly split open world instances, have one instance with pets and companions, one without. I hate going somewhere and the guys do sword pets long. Yeah, I do agree that is kind of annoying. It's kind of immersion breaking. I don't think that's fair to say. Usually players
In
just ask
defense
for more
of
houses, not
alcohol,
more,
I
not
confess I
infinite.
was also
Yeah,
goofing
it's somewhere in
being
the
totally
middle.
sober.
Like on one hand, I've said this so many times, so this is not the first time I'm saying this. The player base is also inherently to blame in a lot of the issues, because a lot of the player base doesn't even know what they want, and they just cry and whine for certain things that they put no thought in, no consideration, and they do it in masses, and they put pressure on the devs and whatnot, and it creates a weird dynamic. And that's why I also understand that sometimes the devs react in like a snobby, snappy way. Like we obviously all know the examples from, which we talked about the other day. Like I understand the human side of that when people are just nagging and being annoying and just always be negative, then you're sometimes like, yeah, you know what? Just can you guys just stop fucking complaining? I get all of that, but the communication and the actions that they're showing, yeah, I don't know. Like I really hope, maybe like Chinchilla said it the other day as well, maybe a lot of the stuff that is going on right now is to blame through the chaos and a lot of position switching and a lot of insecurities about jobs and about who's gonna work where and who's gonna work on which game. So maybe that's the reason that a lot of stuff seems to particularly fall more flat than it used to be. Maybe that there's always like I could always come up with like an excuse or a reason for
My
why.
doctor prescribed me
for
pills
why,
I have
what
to
is
take
what.
5 times a day after the meals. I'm scared. Where so I get
Timing,
so
brother.
much food.
Nice. I lost my train of thoughts. Thank you. But what I was saying, like at a certain point, the excuses don't hold up to what we are able to touch and see and experience in the game. Like I cannot live my future like purely on like assumptions and excuses and maybe it's because of this, maybe it's because of this. There needs to be clarity. There needs to be a lot more clarity. That will give all of us a more clear head, a clear vision towards the future. Yeah, when is Vengeance PvE mode? How can to me no mates compete for trial leaderboards? Maybe he doesn't have a good build. Yeah. On the housing one is close to my heart in particular. If you can get us more slots, why keep skipping legendary houses that can be furnished having on the spot? This has been pointed out. Yeah, it is a bit contradicting, yeah. Sure, but I said at a guild summit earlier this year and watched Rich patiently bat away the most ludicrous and silly demands from player with no clue about game developer. That is fair, Khan, but that is still not an excuse to what we're seeing as actual actions right now, if that makes sense. Like you are right, like I said earlier, like I do blame the player base for being absolutely ridiculous at times. I will say what I think without anything. They are making the PvP to be casual friendly, like this game is just a big casual players park with the competitive player area. It does feel like that, yeah. It does feel like that at times. I don't know if that is the case. I don't know if that's their goal, but it does feel like that at times a lot. But you're right. Spellsinger is not sufficient excuse for everything. Yeah. And on stream, forget not know the heavy attacks restore resources. Yeah, but again, that's not to me. To me, I don't really care about it. In all honesty, but because I see it like this, right? I don't think anyone could be an expert about all these things. And if you clearly feel that you lack the knowledge, which I think you should have a lot of enough self observation to make that conclusion, then you should listen to a certain level of expertise moving forward with like combat changes and whatnot. And that's what's bugging, right? Because like there are a lot of good leaders and good people in high functions that don't particularly possess all the skill sets, but they possess a good way of delegating the right people into the right, listening to the right feedback and whatnot. And I feel there is just entirely lacking. Just trust us, only to then still not fix. Yeah. And they're kind of now trying to do something about Cyrodiil, but at least that's how they communicated, that they were trying to do something to fix Cyrodiil. But this is not fixing Cyrodiil, this is revamping Cyrodiil, which is fine. And I'm willing, I'm even willing to say that I would be willing to help. And I don't mean like, oh, I'm such a PvP expert or everyone listen to me, but I'm willing to help to be a lot more genuine about my feedback about Vengeance if that is their main goal. Because then I definitely have a lot stronger opinions in what they, in my opinion, should not forget about what an MMORPG is about, and find a way to implement it into Cyrodiil as well. But the fact that they're selling it as a purely performance test, but right now the test is moving in a direction with the next Vengeance test having the perks, and you have like a template loadout, which is going to be like a scout or a vanguard. That has nothing to do with testing the issues on the live server anymore. That's adding another entire different layer of something. It's like what I said the other day, right? I made like a little analogy. It's like so the patient is sick after eating a certain product or let's say drinking a certain product. The patient got sick because of that. Or a lot of patients got sick rather. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna test which ingredient in the product is causing it. That's fair, right? That is like a fair thing to ask, right? To be like, okay, people are getting sick of this product, so let's find out which ingredient it is. So let's do some testing, right? Then they do some testing, and then the first test is they implement like one of the ingredients and removing all the other things of the product, and it's okay, this makes sense. But then they start adding entire different ingredients that have nothing to do with the product that is causing the issue. Are you at that point still testing? Or are you just trying to come up with a new product that people might like or not? And that's what it feels what they're doing right now. That's literally what they're doing right now. That's how it feels like. It doesn't make any sense anymore towards we're trying to fix the current Cyrodiil. It doesn't hold up anymore. By the way, sorry, Mighty Mumble. I was in the middle of a spiral. I had to finish my train of thoughts, else I was gonna absolutely butcher it. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How was your stream? What were you guys up to? Everyone go follow my team Mumble, an amazing, amazing streamer. There's a lot of PvP. There's also a lot of PvE. Very, very amazing dude. Go hang out there whenever you can. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And please welcome in everyone. I want to invite each and every one of you to join the giveaway. I want to invite you to also join the giveaway on YouTube. Let me see. Pop. Oh yeah, all those times that yeah, I read that one. They did make it better with the server changes. Yes. Patch beginning 2023 up until like half a year ago. I had so much fun. You know what? The game was still not balanced. I was still really unhappy about balancing. I was still really unhappy about the significant uncontrollable power of ball groups. But I didn't care as much. You know why? Because I still had the feeling that I had control over my character. I was not dying to nonsense. I was most likely dying to something imbalanced, or I was dying because I made a mistake, or I was dying because the other guy was just simply better. That's all fine. I don't care about that stuff too much. Obviously it's important, but it's a dwarf of an argument to make. Like the first most important thing is that you can actually feel that you have control over what you're doing, aka your skills reacting to the buttons that you're pressing and whatnot. So I was so happy with those hardware updates. I truly felt the difference, like, insanely. Yeah, they kept saying it wasn't the servers, and then they changed the servers, and it actually helped tremendously. Very weird. Very weird indeed. So boys, I go sleep now. I died him. Let's celebrate Didem, guys. He is free. I really wouldn't be surprised if they don't. No, and I don't expect them to know that, but they do know the journey that they're beginning, right? Because if they're not, if they really not knowing what they're beginning with, then I'm gonna say something again. I'm full of controversy. No, I'm actually quite chill. But if their argument is that they really don't know what journey they started, and they really just gonna let the test go and just keep maneuvering based on feedback and results, and they don't have like some sort of vision and at least why they're starting their journey, or what like what they have started, then they should just stop immediately and try something else. Because that's gonna be such a waste of development resources, of communication lines, of energy players put in the game. So they better know at least something. Good night, Anox! The Vengeance is even more lacking than the previous test. Because they added more calculations with the perks, something that is known to cause issues. No CP series always had better performance than CP. Stands fuse computation every second, and now they add CP 3.0 to a performance test, which will knowingly tank performance. Yeah, and there's just so much wrong, and I know it's late, but it's not extremely late. And it touched 3 bars yesterday for like half an hour. It didn't even get pop locked. And yes, people will give the Undaunted event as a reason, But there's a much bigger reason, and that is the previous test we had golden pursuits for vengeance. And everyone made the argument that it didn't matter. It mattered so much. Because everyone that played vengeance in the last couple tests knew that after 2 days, when most of the people had completed their golden pursuits, they just didn't give a fuck anymore. So it's very disingenuous. Like, the feedback loop on vengeance is very disingenuous. Because people pretend that it's something everyone wants, which clearly is not the case. Then it pretends to be such a fun experience, and then when you ask people what is the fun, no one can answer. Again, I'm exaggerating my point, but I'm just a bit done. I'm a bit done with it. I'm tired of it. Anyone else has the force shutdown decline when closing the game? I'm not sure if I had that actually. Although my favorite set ever in the game also causes lag, and it used to make people question BGs. Too bad they killed it. I wish PvP would get good. I want PvP rank and by gold achievement furnishing. One bar everything. Lol. Yeah, disingenuine is the correct. Yeah, it just feels so like it's. Again, I have another analogy. This is the analogy that I made the other day. You're a PvP community, right? And again, I don't want to make this them versus us, because that's a bullshit mindset. But bear with me through this analogy. This is what it feels like for PvPers. Imagine you're living in the country that you live in. Right? You're living in the country that you live in. You have gone through the struggles of your country. You invested you love your country, you hate your country, you have all your emotional attachments towards your country. You have all your life is entangled with the country that you're in, right? Then imagine a bunch of tourists coming into your country, and they're telling your government, hey, the way you do it in this country is wrong. Listen to us, because we're tourists. We're not even gonna stay here, but we're gonna give you a bunch of feedback about your country. We're not even sure if we're ever gonna come back to your country, but change all these laws and all these rules in your country, and your government is actually listening. Your government is actually listening, and be like, you know what? That's a great idea. That's a great idea. So yeah, everyone's gonna be no, I'm not talking about that. Like, people can have opinions. I'm fine with someone being critical of my country. I'm fine with people being critical about PvP. I'm fine with all of that. I'm perfectly accepting that people can be critical of things I like. I don't mind that. But why is the authority listening to that when they're not even gonna genuinely participate? Like, I dare to say that 80% of the people that have given their absolutely lovable feedback about how cool Vengeance is are not gonna play Cyrodiil on a sustained base. They're just not. And that's not me coming up with a random number. That's like a genuine estimation that I'm fairly confident with backing up. And then yes, you could say, well, you still have the 20% that's genuinely gonna, genuinely gonna be more invested in PvP. And I'm like, yes, that's a W. But at what cost? Because we're not talking about the other end of the spectrum, about how many people are absolutely not loving it and probably never gonna go into Cyrodiil. And that's just wild to me. That's just it's a weird concept to me. And again, I don't think anyone's opinion is less worth than someone else. So, for example, if we want to continue the analogy, I'm from the Netherlands. I don't think someone from Spain coming to the Netherlands and having an opinion and a judgment and a feedback about my country is wrong. I don't think it's my place to say that they're wrong or they're not wrong. Just imagine if the Dutch government is gonna listen to the random Spanish tourist who's probably never even gonna come back to my country. Do you think the best know better? I don't know, Khan. I genuinely don't know. Like, their whole survey was weird to me. Yeah, I don't know. Again, like, I'm not saying you're wrong. I just don't know. I don't have any confident sign that that's the case. I'd like to. Oh, I see. My bad. Yeah, it's such a tough conversation for me, because when I say these things, so many people misinterpreted what I'm trying to say. So many people like think that I'm trying to like gatekeep PvP, or I don't want PvP to change, or I'm just playing the game. I'm just complaining because I get carried by all these proc sets and whatnot, and I'm like, you have no clue how much I don't care about my power compared to others. Like, I genuinely don't give a fuck. I never gave a fuck. It's not about that. It's about having an enjoyable experience that makes sense in an MMORPG. Like, Guild Wars is a phenomenal game. I think Guild Wars does a lot of things cool. One of the things I don't like about Guild Wars is their template PvP. It's crazy. If you genuinely think the Golden Pursuit for Vengeance wasn't the reason why everyone wasn't there, yeah, it's crazy to me. And what up, Pain? And what up, Kieran? I'm way behind on shoutouts. Let me first do. Let me first do this one. Everyone, please go check out Ninja Pools Gaming. Go check out Mr. Kieran. Oh my god, I'm too fast. Go check out Mr. Payne. They absolutely need to come out and tell us what the vision is, where they're taking us. Can't get to community in the dark right now. No, because I mean, again, I almost don't want to show it, but I feel like I have to. I feel like I have to. Man, look at this, guys. Please look at this. If you're not telling me that this is extremely problematic for late night EU time, starting NA prime time, it's. And again, I don't say this because I'm a streamer, because I'm very lucky like I'm still doing really, really well. I've reached a point where, like, I even think if the category is 300 viewers, I will still have a lot of cool people tuning in, and I will still have a lot of fun with you guys. So I'm not even talking about that aspect, but this says something. This absolutely says something. Like if this doesn't say something, then I think you're turning a blind eye. And I mean, another one is obviously, and again, this is not the full story. This is not the full story, and I'm not trying to doom. The game is not dying. The game is not dying. The game is not gonna be dead. Anything like that. But it is something to be genuinely worried about. Right? This is crazy. This is crazy. It's scary. Like I can pretend it's not happening, but it's happening. And does it mean anything towards what is gonna happen in the foreseeable future? No, we don't know. Like I said, maybe they blow us out of the fucking water and they come up with the greatest fucking patch ever next year, and we have like 50,000 people logging in every day because all of the people that love ESO are coming back, and yada yada yada. Like that's the same type of energy than saying that the game is dying. But that's not something we are going through right now. Right now, I feel that I'm queuing into BGs, the BGs aren't popping. I feel that if I go into Cyrodiil, where the population has already been kept to like an extremely low point, I only have a couple of hours where it's busy, then it's lagging, and outside of that, it's not even busy enough for me to have fun and refreshing fights because I'm fighting the same handful of people over and over. IC already has been empty for many, many years, and I cannot imagine it's much different in PvE. I think PvE definitely feels issues as well. It's just funny as fuck to me because I got flamed quite a bit for people saying, "Oh yeah, I had the same pain." It's annoying. It's really, really annoying. Because people think we come from a hateful place, Pain. People think that we're just angry and hateful and that we're just trying to gatekeep our thing. Which is such an inaccurate thing. Like, ask any PvPer what PvPers want. You know what PvPers want? We want a new wave of people coming into PvP. Every couple weeks, every couple months, so that PvP stays fresh, so that there's new people with new ideas and new mindsets, and people that care about the map again, and people that care about capturing keeps again, and then veteran PvPers can play around all these systems. That is what we want as PvPers. Some people think that us PvPers, all we want is we want some Alakir desert dueling type of environment, but then inside of Cyrodiil. No, that's not at all what PvPers want. PvPers just want a generic experience where you're in an open world and you meet a variety of players. And that's what's make open world PvP so much fun. I want to capture a resource, and then I want a couple of friends that are like, "Hey, yo, our resource is under attack. Let's check it out." And then have a fun fight with them. I don't want to always win. I don't give a flying. I want to have a fun fight. I don't want to be zerked down by a ball group and a zerk. But I also don't want to zerk others down. And I also don't want to duel the same 4 people over and over again. It's ridiculous. All the people who want vengeance as the main campaign don't understand the purpose of it. Yeah. It's actually a bit wild. I think it's a lot about player sentiment, but player sentiment is not the game. No, that is true. You know what? I'm swapping sides. Do separate PvP and PvE. Give me Blackwood patch as PvP and leave it the fuck alone. Yeah. Maybe. PvP there's a lot of negative which doesn't really stand up to the scrutiny people are offering weird and inconvincing reasons why update 47-48 is so bad. It doesn't hold up. But the point is that players are fed up with communication. Yeah, they are. Those people are so dumb because they actually thought about it for 2 seconds. They would not realize most of the suggestions are actually a benefit of the... Yeah, it's so funny. It's so funny. Why is vengeance fuck all population? I don't know. Oh, by the way, Khan. do you appreciate my thumbnail? This is my stream thumbnail for today. You as a graphical artist. Can you appreciate this one? Yo, Ange! Hello. This game sucks, am I right? Yeah, it sucks. We hate it. I'm just an agent from World of Warcraft to spread hateful messages about ESO. I'm happy. I got the Khan approval. Because Sos decided to run it alongside one of the most popular events in the game, so yeah. I think the second part is even more important, Karen. I think if it was the Undaunted event, but the Golden Pursuit was Vengeance, that we would still see a absolute pop-locked Vengeance for the first like 2 days. I would say I want to bet my house on it. I don't actually own a house, so I'll bet my car or something on it. You're my night mummy. Because my mom only takes 1% of. Oh my god. Oak Daddy. Kamo's an agent of hate. What up, Boomstay? How are you doing? What if you don't like them enough that this game bullshit is painful? I mean, I even completed them, because I agree with Kieran. Like, I think the Golden Pursuit for... But again, if you're a regular PvEer, Kieran, you probably have a fuck ton of keys. They should have gone big head mode. Yes, we need the Golden Eye Nintendo 64 mode. I have 115. Yeah, this is the only. It's this Golden Pursuit and the one with the Nord costume. Those are the only Golden Pursuits I actually put effort in. All the other Golden Pursuits I maybe accidentally finished because they were things that I was doing, or I didn't finish at all. I particularly don't really care about any of the events. I don't usually care about event tickets. I don't usually care about golden pursuits. So, yeah. But a lot of people do. A lot of people are just like completionists and just want to do everything like whatnot. Yes, Dynamis frees him! Dynamis free! They let him go after a big blunder to permaban, and they unbanned him after, I think it is like what is it now, 2-3 weeks of appealing every single day. Dutchman per second. Yeah, it was fun, Khan. I generally had quite a lot of fun doing some of these veterans and some of these hard modes and whatnot. So that's what I like about, and that's what I try to explain people a lot of times. And I know this is totally against the philosophy of a lot of gamers in 2025, but I actually am very pro that people are sometimes being, let's use the word pushed, but maybe even take it a step further, maybe forced a little bit to do genuinely try and do other content. That's why I think in-game rewards are so much more important than I think Sauce realize. Because if you put like amazing rewards behind like a lot of cool content in the game, people will go out of their way to try it, and they might actually fall in love with it. Like some people fall in love with PvP because they go to Midshare Mayhem. Some people fall in love with PvE because they do the Undaunted thing. Some people because of the Golden Pursuit. Some because of the... But these rewards need to be there. Because if you don't do that... Because I'm a horrible ESO player. I mean, I'm gonna open this again, guys. 11,000 hours in the game. I have 11,000 hours in the game. Are you guys ready? I have 19,000 achievement points. I don't think there's anyone in ESO with the same amount of hours as me with this low amount of achievement points. I don't think there is. But I genuinely don't care about this stuff because the rewards I'm getting from all of this are not worth it for me to spend my time in. So I'm missing out on a lot of the cool aspects of this game. I genuinely wish that I didn't need to be a completionist to experience all these cool things in the game. Because I do think there's a lot of cool things in the game that I'm like kind of missing out on because I don't see a reason to go there, and the thing that I'm doing now is more fun to me. But if I'm sometimes getting a little push, and I remember, like, perfect example. You know, I'm gonna give, like, for example, Firebrand. Amazing set. It's strong, it's a fun set, it looks cool, the proc is cool, everything about this set is just cool. Guess what? I grinded my ass off in Infinite Archive. You think I like that? No. I don't like PvE. You guys know me. I don't like PvE at all. But you know what I came to the conclusion? I actually came to the conclusion that out of all the PvE, I might actually enjoy Infinite Archive the most. I might actually enjoy it the most. I think it's like It has like a couple surprise elements. Sometimes you don't know which bosses you're fighting. If you go in there for the first couple of times, and you go to like the end of the, what's it called, the cycle, something, and you get to like that glass boss, and then every time it adds like another layer of complexity to it. I thought, well, you know what? I'm actually getting this is fun. Again, I'm still not enjoying it as much as PvP, and I still reached the point where I was like, oh my god, I can't wait to get out of this fucking place because I want to play my PvP set. But I'm happy I went through that experience. I had some miserable days where the drop rate was low, and I didn't get the leads that I needed, or I didn't get the items that I needed, and then you're a bit disappointed and frustrated. But I also had like very fun days when me and Chinchilla were in there, and we were just, you know, having fun, killing the stuff. Me and Victor were in there. We came up with like, you know, fun nicknames for the Marauders and whatnot. It was a lot more fun than I inherently thought about it. And that's simply because the game pushed me to do it. I'm the worst kind of player. I love quests and enjoy them over and over again. No, there's nothing wrong with that. It's the same thing that I just want a PvP over and over and over again. But I don't care for Infinite Archive. I don't care for dungeons. I don't care for veteran dungeons. I don't care for trials. But if there is a monster set that is really cool and that I want to use, then I'm gonna be pushed to go in there. For example, if you only like questing and if you only like housing, and there is this the most amazing furnishing that you really want for your house build, and it's locked behind a PvP achievement, you can think to yourself like, you know what? I know I don't like PvP, but the reward in the end is worth it. It's a bit of a satisfaction in the end, you know, going on like a journey and adventure and achieving something. It's what MMORPGs are all about. It's what MMORPGs are all about. Boom, boom, boom. Enjoying the increased mode drop rate? Yeah, that is very nice about this as well, yeah, if you want to farm motives. Like 30k of them are just pressing E. Yeah, technically you're not wrong. TUT is the worst? I don't think TUT is the worst. I just think it, like Victor always says it best. TUT is an amazing minigame. Just look at through those glasses. I think it's an amazing minigame. It's an amazing minigame within this big scope of an MMORPG. But the fact is, we don't look at it that way because they fucking announced it as like a major feature in their chapter that we were asking a fuck ton of money for. That's why we have such a negative feeling towards TOT. 10k hours of making the perfect transmog for a character. True, Wilkin, you understand it. You understand it. Where more Infinite Archive says, I heard next year or something. I don't remember who said it. It might be an absolute hoax. Borfu, good luck on the giveaway. Yeah, that's me. I spent 6 months doing Cyrodiil. Would have been cool if the performance hadn't been so abysmal, but I developed a lot of sympathy for the community as a result. Yeah, I love that, man. I love that. And I have the same with PvE. Like, in all honesty, I really didn't care for PvE at all. But especially coming into streaming and getting to know Hyper, Ninja Pulse, like Mighty Mumble. I've seen him doing like trials and whatnot. It makes you appreciate it more in that way, and that's because of my journey on Twitch. But I would have loved to gain that appreciation more by people, by the game, like bringing me there. Shamazing, welcome to the fellowship. Thank you so much for the follow. I just do what I like, and that's what's fun for me. It took me a while to just like what's good for you and keep doing whatever they do. Yeah, and I share that mindset, Ange, and that's exactly why I have such low achievement points. To me, like it's my life philosophy. I do the things that I need to do in order to survive. So I go to my work every single day to make money so I can take care of myself, I can take care of the people that I love. I do all of that. Other than that, I want to design my life to have as many hours per day that I'm working on my happiness. And that doesn't mean I'm selfish or only thinking about myself, because my happiness does exist of, you know, loving other people, caring for other people, sharing moments with other people. It's just that I don't wanna go through hours and hours of the day of stuff that I don't like in order to, I don't know, say that I have more money or whatnot. That's never a thing on my mind. But in my argument is not that I want people to go through things that they don't like and they have to. I want people, because it's a game and a lot of people act out of not knowing and act out of a, how do you say it, like a pre-assumption about stuff, and that's why it's good that the game is sometimes pushing you and forcing you into things that you don't like as much on the forefront, but you might actually come to appreciate a lot more, and you might actually in the future do a lot of those things more than you first expected. What up, Ivan? Dobro večer. Art Kozar, good luck on a giveaway. Ivan, good luck on a giveaway. Sant, good luck on a giveaway. Good evening, everyone. For the furnishings, yeah. Yeah, and I think most people like that say that they don't like PvP act out of a pre-assumption, and secondly they act out of a like bunch of like random experiences. Like the open-mindedness towards these things is very low, and not only for PvP, it's also the other way around. I do also think that a lot of PvPers that don't like PvE also are very close-minded towards what PvE is. Like always the argument that a lot of PvPers make, where they say like, oh my god, PvEers are just worse players because they're fighting things that are meant to be defeated, and we PvPers actually, you know, fight the best of the best and whatnot. Like it's a lot more nuanced than that. There's a lot of skill checks, and there's a lot of like proof that PvEers that do really well are just really good gamers, and they could probably do the same in PvP if they would want to, and the other way around. But that's just being close-minded to stuff that is happening. It's about nudging us to try something that we don't yet realize. Exactly, Khan. Exactly. Some people need a little push to try new things. Exactly. The numbers of people who are scared of veteran dungeons. Yeah. It's insane. We PvPers fight the best of the best, goes on to gank low level player. Yeah, exactly. That's the contradiction some people have in their behavior. It's... Yeah. By the way, I want to thank you guys. I do enjoy the conversation. I think it's really good to talk about it. I also think it's really good that we have a guy like Khan in here, who is obviously more in touch with the PvE side of things. And then on the other hand, we have like a Pain in here and Kieran, who are obviously like veteran PvPers. And then we have people like Pure, who are very high end on both sides. And then it's really cool to share these thoughts and ideas with all of you, because the thing is, I know I'm not an authority. I don't talk about any particular level of expertise. The only level of expertise that I claim to have is that I understand I think more than a lot of people that share this game with me, and that I do understand a lot more about what maybe doesn't look like a great system, and it looks like a daunting task, or like such a time sink that it looks like very uninviting to do so. I know that these are the exact systems in place that makes an MMORPG a very long-lasting MMORPG. Because if you dump down everything, and if you make everything easier, and you make everything more accessible, then at a certain point, there is no journey towards anything anymore. And then you don't give people a reason to strive for more, to sink in more time in the game. And it's not all about a time sink, but the main component of what makes this game so great is the time sink. ESO is already, like, for years now, for years and years and years, ESO player base has been blessed with all these systems in place for convenience, for fast experience comparison to longer experience. Like the whole dungeon experience on itself. If I now click on a random dungeon as a DD, and then after the queue pops, how long will that dungeon take me? 10 minutes? On average? Somewhere like that? Sometimes like 5, sometimes like 15. In most MMORPGs, if you're set to go out for a dungeon, you're gonna be in that dungeon for like half an hour. That's already like an entire different time sink that ESO players don't have to worry about. A lot of MMOs have systems where if you do the dungeon once, you need to wait at least a day or 7 days for it to reset and you be able to do it again. ESO just lets you spam the dungeon until you get the things that you need. A lot of MMOs have systems where the drop is so RNG based, and it's not even a certainty that you as an individual get a drop, because the boss will drop 1 or 2 items and you're with 4 people. That's all these conveniences are already removed from ESO, right? And still people find like more and more to be like, hey, make this go faster. People genuinely say that leveling takes too long in ESO. But realistically, leveling doesn't take long at all. Like, how normal is it in the big scope of MMORPGs that you're gonna play the game for months for even thinking about stepping into what we call an end game? And ESO does it almost the opposite way around, where you almost, after like a couple of weeks, you're already able to access most of the end game. But then you're not ready because the end game is actually, at least the veteran versions of the end game, is actually a lot more difficult than the initial journey has showed you, because we nerfed the initial journey to become so easy for everyone, where people just get so demotivated and so demoralized by actually having to possess a level of skill and knowledge at a certain point. And then you have people who are willing to put in the time and effort to overcome that struggle themselves, but most people are just not willing to accept friction. And if all these people are not willing to accept friction, then you end up with a game that is not a game anymore, and it's simply a theme park. And again, there's nothing wrong that people play ESO as a theme park, but you, like for example, Ange was just telling that she doesn't care about Infinite Archive, she doesn't care about all these things, but she's also not complaining that she's not getting the things from there. And that's what a lot of players do. They want every reward, they want every benefit, they want every power from all these aspects of the game, but they're not willing to put in the effort. And then they're just gonna keep nagging and asking the game to dumb it down. And I think that's a very wrong decision for an MMO. Because eventually, why are people gonna spend time in your game if everything is made easy and fast? It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, at least, as a game designer. I also understand it shouldn't be like all the other MMORPGs. ESO has a perfect place amongst these. But please, for the love of God, let people still have those experiences. Let people still go through struggles, and don't disrespect them. That's also a thing, like, I've experienced this a lot in ESO, where it's like, oh, you're rank 50 in PvP, you don't have a life. What? When someone is passionate about winning the BG or winning the duel, it's like, why do you even care, bro? It's just a game. Like, what? Aren't people allowed to take the game serious and try to be good at it and try to show for it? And what? It's so weird to me. It's so alien to me. And again, maybe that's my mistake because I'm just being so biased about my MMORPG experience. But again, like I said a couple hours ago, I don't think that these things have to sacrifice for each other. I think you can have a beautiful, beautiful theme park experience of what Tamriel has to offer, of what ESO has to offer. You can create great fashion. You can make beautiful houses. You can gather all kinds of cool stuff in the game. You can get like very fun ways of building your character, customizing it with your build, training companions, getting a bunch of pets if you want to, getting a bunch of whatever you want to do in this game. But why you also have to be able to do all these other things and not willing to put in the effort? Let me scroll up a little bit, by the way. A very action depiction of this lovely animal. And guys, everyone check out Herway. Please check out Herway, guys. What up, Herway? Don't do that today. It's Firm and Pledge Day. If you get the DLC dungeon with people who haven't done it, you'll be there for at least an hour. Yeah, maybe. I mean, if you do it on Fat Jeff, that's fair. And that's exactly what it should be. That's exactly what it should be. But it could be faster than an hour if people were willing to communicate more properly and learn from the fights and actually have like a genuine dungeon experience. But so many people are just like, again, this, I know this is a very minority opinion, but I think this is not good to begin with. This is better. This is already better. There's nothing wrong with this, but you just get matched up with people that have a totally different attitude and vibe with you, and that's why you have so many weird experiences when you go into these random dungeons. It's like people sprinting through it. You don't even have a clue what the fuck is going on. Then you have people just grieving you by just refusing to listen to your call out to a mechanic or whatnot. It's such a weird environment. So the thing is, I think the major issue that is rebalancing fatigue. Farming gear is one thing. Farming gear that will be irrelevant in a month or two. Yeah, that was a big issue the game had. And then the game was also very still for a long time, that it didn't change, and that was also bad again. So again, you need to find like a balance in that. I think like changing your gear once half a year, once a year is not too crazy. But you are right, like sometimes it's every patch you have to change it because they just keep nerfing and buffing and then redoing stuff. And I mean, perfect example, like how often this is a trivia question. How often have they changed this passive in the last like 4 years? I sometimes don't even remember what all the previous forms of Piercing Cold did. That's how often they changed this passive. Another fun one. How often did they change Arctic Blast and Polar Wind? It's like, come on. There needs to be like some kind of base ground, and then the changes to the builds should come from like new things and new stuff coming on, and then they should work in connection with the old stuff. So the old stuff should not be obsolete, and the new stuff should be exciting but also not overpowered. But yeah, that's something they struggle with. Astra, good luck on the giveaway. I prefer fun of a struggle. It took time for me to even want to do a dungeon because of the very negative. And yeah, that happens. They forget it's an MMO, not a pickup game. Yeah. I think a lot of people do forget that, yeah. What up, Dorothy? Maybe an Elder Scrolls MMO was always doomed on the fate because it would inevitably draw millions of people who just want to play Sky. Yeah, and I'm fine with that. I think am I too naive? Am I too naive to say that I genuinely believe that they can coexist and they can create absolute fun and hours of beautiful adventures and experience for both? Or am I just too naive? Maybe I am. I'm not sure. I genuinely do think it can coexist easily. I was one of those players. Same, but now it's the most boring part of the game for me. Yeah, I do remember very well when I first started the game. I was very intrigued into just quest. Because the stories grabbed me. And then the combat was interesting, but I also didn't understand the combat at all. Another problem with this game, because they don't teach you or educate you well enough about how the game functions. I'm an Elder Scrolls before I was an MMO player. I came for the stories and the far. Yeah, and Ange, I actually think you are a perfect example. And I'm very glad you entered this conversation, because I can just name you as an example. Because Ange just loves questing, loves the stories, loves the environments, loves going through the zones, loves doing all these things. And she isn't bothered about all the system and all the things in the game. She can build a character the way she wants. If she wants a companion, she can get a companion. If not, that's also fine. And she just plays the game. And that's exactly the attitude people should have. The same as I have my attitude. I'm not complaining that shit is behind PvE. I'm not complaining that sets I want to use are an infinite archive. I just know that if I want to use it, I have to play the other thing that I don't like as much. But if I don't want to, if I truly, truly don't want to, then I don't have to. If I truly, truly all I want to do is PvP, then I could just grab crafted sets and PvP sets and be perfectly fine. I can do that. The option is there. I don't have to force myself. I don't have to be annoyed. I don't have to cry on the forums that some of the best PvP sets are in PvE land. That's my own decision. But so many people forget about that, and they go cry on the forums, cry on Reddit, cry wherever the fucking they want to cry, and people listen. And then they are not realizing that they're grieving their own time sink experience, which will eventually lead to less people having to log in less times, people having to log in for less hours, people having to participate more of the things you have to do together. And what happens then? Then you get declining PvP communities, declining PvE communities. And then again, the game won't die, but it's definitely a less pleasant experience if we keep listening to that aspect. If you just keep listening to those feedback loops. But I was always a competitive player, and the comment is the best any games I've ever played. Yeah, I agree. Some of us who originally come here, we realized the combat and the community. Yup. So we adjusted having fun as a result. If you get me in the dungeon, it will take at least 2 hours. Every patch. Yeah, literally. I think I'm a pretty decent tank. I don't do a ton of DLD sets and if Maze Fight Trials, but my confidence is getting there. Let's go, Ange! Let's go! See, that's really cool. See, that's perfectly fine. See, oh, I love this so much. I love this so much, Ange. Like, you have no idea how much this fills me with joy that you're sitting here and you're just telling about you're being happy and confident about soloing, tanking normal try. You have no idea how awesome that is, Ange. That is exactly the attitude players should have. I would have such a difficult time talking to you, Ange, if you would sit here in this chat and be like, oh my god, I played this game for so long now, why am I not able to tank the most difficult content in the game? Why can't I do it? No, just do it in your own pace. Do whatever you're comfortable with. Do it with the people that you like doing it with. Man, it's such a refreshing thing to read this attitude, because this is exactly the attitude people should have. People should look within themselves and be like, what makes me happy? And if these things don't make you happy, don't do them. Don't engage in them, but don't cry that you don't get the rewards from them. It's very disheartening when you have a build, you're comfortable, and then suddenly it's just got tweaked with basically invalid. Yeah, I get that entirely. Sticko, good luck on the YouTube giveaway. Yes, keep joining the YouTube chat, please. Thank you, Magenta. Thank you, Ultra. I fucking love you guys for always keeping the chat going in YouTube. Thank you so much, guys. I really fucking appreciate you. Man, I'm old. My fingers can't sustain a duel. Oh my god. I was watching E-Man the Chosen like 2 days ago, dueling anime. For I think the duel was like 20 minutes. It was nuts. Time to sleep. Alright, Airway, thank you so much for being here again. Everyone go follow Airway. Please, 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 please. Go follow Airway. This is pretty rare nowadays, to be fair. I'm struggling to think of the last time some of the meta trash people love. Yeah. Yeah, in more recent times it's kinda calm. Makes me happy. I love that. I love that. I absolutely love that. 60 good luck on the giveaway. I spend all my time just farming gears and stuff. That yeah. I that's oh my god. Oh, what a night and day. Got off of work, got called back in for sensitivity training. Evidently, I can't slam a drunk into my when he spits in my face. Oh my god. What the hell? That sounds intense. Look at my hobby wasn't there. We have ate a tofu for lunch. Oh my god. The only issue I have with ESO is FedEx keeps dropping packages at my what? I should sleep too, but thank you for the stream and discussion. Yeah, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for giving a because again, I think you're also part of a bigger group of people than we give credit to. Like being mostly a PvEer and then trying PvP and actually liking it more than you thought you would, and the other way around. So I love hearing these stories. I love hearing these experiences because they prove my point. They prove my point. Like both Ange proves my point that you shouldn't care about things that you don't want to do. And you proved the point of like, hey, you got put out of your comfort zone into something and you actually enjoyed it. Which is exactly the two main concepts I was talking about, that ESO should do a lot better job with it. And with some of the decisions, they're like slowly taking that away. I've at least tried things. Yeah, that is always advised to at least try. Or just don't try, but also don't care. Like for example, I've never tried companions, but I also genuinely don't care. So I'm not gonna sit here and I don't know, there's probably some achievements, right? There's probably some cool stuff. Is there? I don't even know how this works. Character, companions, 0. It's probably some cool rewards somewhere. No? Maybe not. Here we have something. It's not that crazy. So okay, I'm also not missing out, but imagine if there was like a dye here, like a beautiful, beautiful red, and a beautiful purple, and a mount here, and a personality here, and a costume here. I still wouldn't have done it. I still wouldn't have done it. Helps you open. Ah, okay. So you get like, yeah, things that help you. Okay, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I still don't want to do it. Yeah, and that's fine, right? But the issue becomes, Snoopy, the issue becomes if you and I go cry that we want the rewards from companions, but we don't want to put in the effort to try and level companions. And that is realistically, to round this whole conversation up, that is realistically what certain people are asking in their vengeance feedback. My main issue with ESO and its community is how it can convince good players that they are bad. Wait, what do you mean exactly, Khan? Way I see it, like I just told my kid when she was little, if you want the stuff and things, you need to do the stuff and things. Yep. Yep, and I think that is a core concept of how a MMORPG should function as well. In reality, they want a participation in war without participating. That, yeah, that's a funny way of saying it. It sometimes literally kind of feels like that, yeah. I didn't expect this turn into the episode it is, but I'm actually having a really good time. I love these talks. I love these talks because I think there are a lot of people listening that don't always understand why I'm so passionate about my vision of an MMORPG. And I hope that what I've all just said and the people reacting, and you see all the, and that's what I love about this community, and I'm so privileged and so happy and blessed that I've met so many of you people, that I'm able here to sit in the chat and talk to an absolute sweat lord of a PvEer, a very questionable story enjoyer, an absolute sweat lord of a PvPer, a more in the middle of things, being like gradually putting in effort for things and whatnot. Like all these different types of players are here, and we can understand each other. We can come to the conclusion of like, hey, we can actually share this game together without demanding stuff from each other, without being toxic towards each other. It's such a refreshing thing. Ads don't talk? Well, then you should sub. Oh my god, I only have pre-rolls anyway. I literally don't have ads, I only have pre-rolls. I have a link, need verification by German ladies. I'm not in the, no, Gokcha, not right now. We're in the middle of a convo. I don't want to break it. We're not sweating, we're just nervous. If we combine our powers, we could be the best ESO player. Yes! Okay, so I do the fashion. Here we go. So I do the fashion, and then who we have here? We have. Do we have Patch still? Patch or Pure will do the PvP. Then we do Khan do the PvE. No, I'm joking. They would not have lasted on ESO when I started 2015. Yeah. Yeah, that's what you know what a lot of people forget? That ESO was a lot more grindy. And weirdly enough, there were almost more players playing back then than now. That's something to take in consideration, I would say, since their argument is luring new players, giving everyone a pleasant gaming experience. If that was the case, it should reflect in amount of players, shouldn't it? It doesn't always translate that way. There were periods where the game was significantly harder and more challenging on like the average level, and the player base was more. So what does that mean? What does it mean to make the game more new player friendly? Because if you don't do it right, and you actually create like a hoax of an idea, what is the new player experience? You kinda dismissing the people that want to play a certain aspect of the game. So you sacrifice them in order to please the others, but the others are not actually even like consistently staying and playing the game. And that's why I always keep saying, like, a lot of changes that players want are making 100% sense on a rational level, on a convenience level for you to want, but as an end result for the game, it's actually not a great idea. I do like the new zone looping back to the main. Yeah, I haven't played it myself yet, but yeah, I definitely like the main story. I'm obviously, because I'm a PvPer. What I'm really sad about is that somehow the Alliance War is almost like a super insignificant story at the moment. I wish, I don't want like I don't want like a whole chapter to be purely about the Alliance War or whatnot. What I would love to see is that Tamriel, because Tamriel is in war, right? Tamriel is in war. Like all these, this faction here, this faction here, this faction here, they're fighting over control of everything, right? I wish there was a lot more going on in the world that would feel that way, right? Because, yeah, if you're... And I don't want it all to be about the Alliance War, but I wish I would feel it more. Because I remember when World of Warcraft had certain expansions, they did that very well. Where the entire world had something to do with what was going on. And not big, not major, but like in small little fun details. I will admit, to me, the Alliance War does feel very disconnected. Yeah, that's kind of what I feel as well. Like, if you do the main quest and some of like the base zones, you kind of get, obviously, they talk about it and you meet the leaders and whatnot. so it kind of feels alive. But overall, I wish I would feel it more. Would love to feel it more. I guess ESO tried to do that with the base game Alliance Stories, but they ditched it for one Tamriel and never revisited the idea. Yeah. And that's a shame in my opinion. Like again, I'm now purely talking from like me, my biased opinion, but I would be so intrigued and so interested, more interested than I am right now, in roaming around Tamriel if there was a little bit more of that present. Not saying I want PvP zone inside the PvE and vice versa, because I don't feel I need to PvP area to complete the zone story. No, that is if they found a way to flag PvE. Maybe. No, I like, don't get me wrong, I don't want actual PvP. I don't want actual PvP. That could be fun too, but I don't think ESO is the game for that. So I'm not even gonna think about that. I more meant like as feeling it in like the world, like in some of these, like for example, I remember, where was I think in Grotwood. It's like cool that somewhere, where was it again? Somewhere around the Elden Route. There's like a AD encampment, and it immediately triggers like, oh, these are obviously part of the big war that's going on. As needed from the war in exchange. Wouldn't mind not letting the high elves into the city. I like to see dragons randomly in tank meta. Oh, stuff. Yes, I talk about that all the time. Like random tiny in-game events. That would be phenomenal. You know what would be really freaking cool? You know what would be really freaking cool? And again, this is my fantasy speaking. That we're like here, I don't know. We're like here chilling somewhere, and then randomly once every couple days, maybe once every couple hours, I don't know, like 50 AD NPCs storm in and they start fighting the EP NPCs, and you can either, you know, join in if you're part of either of the factions, and you can DPS the others, and then the others can help on the other side, like something silly like that. That would, to me personally, and again, that's why I'm saying they shouldn't like particularly listen to me at all. But for me personally, oh my god, that would be fucking amazing. That would be amazing. I would like park my characters there and shit. And why I say this thing is because I experienced these type of things in other MMORPGs, and they are memories for life. They are memories for life. Even though they're very silly little things and they don't really mean a lot, they're just memories. Seasonal threats. I think most people have at the moment, which will get next year, but way bigger. Something epic and fun that can happen anywhere, temporary, crucially worthy. Yeah, that could be cool. That you have like an actual, you know, it would actually be more of an event than all these events that we have. In Warhammer Return of the Reckoning, there are small PvP areas that add to that atmosphere. Yeah. Yeah, those type of shit would be amazing, Khan. Like, oh my god. Like I've always said it, like how cool would it be if Moloch Ball just stepped into Cyrodiil? You know, stretch his legs. Or like dragons or any other Daedric prince, like for example the hammer in Cyrodiil. I know it's controversial, but I think the hammer is a phenomenal addition to the game. Because it sparks it up. It's something. The only thing is it's like an unfinished product because there's still like a lot of issues with the hammer. For example, the hammer seems to often spawn for the wrong faction. For example, the faction that is already leading, and then it's like, yeah, also like a player mindset where we've gone angry of losing the hammer, so we just camp the hammer in our own home base and we don't go anywhere. So there are a lot of flaws still with it, but the concept of the idea is so much fun. Yeah, 100% Khan. 100%. Like, it doesn't... Like, obviously, we dream about having amazing stuff, but they can also do, like you say, like, easier implemented stuff. Just switch it up a little bit. Just switch it up a little bit. Like, the fact that we have all these events... And the only thing about these events is that we're doing like some sort of daily activity for a ticket. Why isn't the event actually feeling like an event? Why doesn't have the Undaunted event have like a, I don't know, like a random special made dungeon only for the Undaunted event? And yes, I'm gonna take it now to another level. The Undaunted event has a dungeon that only exists during the event, and it's gonna drop items, gear, that only drops during the event, and if you miss out, you miss out. Let's go. How many people are gonna play the Undaunted event? The Steam charts would now have 30k people. There you go. Yes. Create maximum FOMO. What if we miss out? You miss out. You have to wait till next year. And I know it sounds harsh and all of that, but yeah. No. Even things come and go, but not encounters. Like there are people need to farm them for fragments. Yeah. A long beard. I know, where's the long beard, man? People want the paycheck. Maybe sub at the ugly helmet styles as rewards too. Yeah. Stop making sense. I know, right? I know. Sometimes I'm like sitting with these thoughts and I'm like, am I crazy? Am I like the only one? Am I like the only one that thinks that if you come up with like these type of stuff, you actually create a genuine boss? Like again, I don't want to hate on ESO. ESO is so much cool to offer, but why me as an MMO enjoyer, as a guy that is, I'm willing to sink in hours and hours into the game. Why am I never ever excited about an in-game event apart from Mid-Year Mayhem? Why does none of these events attract me? Is it me? Is it just genuinely only me? Or is it also a little bit of game design? That the rewards are the actual actions and things you undertake during the event is Hoping Sauce intends to exactly do what you're talking about. Seasonal stuff, very timid and transitional. I freaking hope so. I freaking hope so. I vote Kamul to the ESO Dev Advisory Council. Yes. Make me president of the world. Sorry, I mean ESO. This hasn't even been a season, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm curious to see about the wall event. Again, not saying that I've particularly hope or anything about it, but I'm this could be a thing that could be fun. Need to remove daily quest limit. I mean, wait, why are you doing so? You said this the other day. I didn't even know there was a limit. Why are you doing so many dailies? I got a feeling the wall is gonna be a glorified dolmen with a loot pinata boss. Hope I'm wrong. Yeah, I've no clue. Kumul became president. Oh yeah, that's what I would do. I would do like a around like Tolkien's birthday or something. I would do like a Lord of the Rings week, and I would have like all Lord of the Rings like champions and bad guys and whatnot in Fate Tamriel, and you can fight them, and they're too OP. No, I'm joking. I'm curious how they handle subscription player base that come in after the wall event. It gets rebuilt for their own encounter. No, the plan is that it will be gone forever. Event stuff that is, the wall itself will still be there for quest. Yeah, the visual thing for the wall supposedly entangled with whatever quest you're wrong or something. But the event is, I think, a one and done thing. But yeah, it's so much fun. It's so much fun fantasizing about this stuff. And if this would have been 10 years ago, I would have also actually been like, not saying that they're gonna listen to my ideas, but there was like a genuine, more exciting time within the MMO space, where it's like, Well, what is World of Warcraft gonna come up with? What is ESO gonna come up with? What is Guild Wars gonna come up with? I feel like it's just... I feel like the effort has just gone down across every single game. I see, oh my god, yeah. Doing the one called like I won it. Yo, Frey, good luck on the giveaway. We've been better to start introducing dynamic events with this wall event, like Guild Wars 2 has them. Yeah. Yeah, the dynamic world, like, I would definitely say the dynamic world event, the dynamic events in Guild Wars 2 are actually fun. But so many people would hate another PvP. Yeah. The PvE was hard too, with both dungeons and the mobs down below. Oh my god, I remember the bosses down below, the guards or whatnot. Oh my god. Yes, the banner bosses. Oh my god, I was, dude. And again, I'm gonna touch about something again. And this is again something ESO does inherently wrong, and it used to do that better. It's a sense of danger. The sense of danger was so much higher back in the day than it is right now. Like the fact that you actually had to press buttons and you actually had to be really careful at certain places. That's what a world needs. Not everything has to be that. Not the entire game has to be a skill check. But there have to be places that you come across in the world that it's like, oh my god, I'm in danger. Yeah, exactly what Khan is saying. That experience is, again, I touched about it earlier and it maybe sounds very hippie, but it's a memory for life. It's a memory for life. When you go into IC and you see those banner guys for the first guy, you're there with your guild, with all your homies, and you're like, yeah, let's fuck up some enemies, and let's get some loot, and let's get some Telfar, and let's do some cool stuff. And then this fucking Bannerlord boss showed up and would absolutely annihilate you. And the moment you saw it targeting you, something triggers in you as a gamer, and it's like, oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, Cracklorn used to be that a lot more. Yo, Peter! Good luck at the giveaway. Cracklorn used to have a lot more like that. But I genuinely think the new player experience should have a little bit of that. I'm not saying the first mob you encounter should kill you and should teach you everything about the game's combat. But if you're a new character and you haven't done shit, I showcased this before. If you've never done the game, right? You've never played the game, and I see this and I do this as a new player. It's almost a similar effect of what I'm doing now. It's like, oh, they just died and I barely lost any health. If there are 3 scorpions here At least let my health go down more. At least give me the illusion of being in danger. There's 69 zones where you can steamroll. Being at MCC, how about we got one that actually made for people who like to press buttons in order for efficiency? Yeah. Harder Overworld is coming? Yeah, but from what I understand, it's gonna be optional, which is cool, by the way. Don't get me wrong. It's a good step in the right direction. But again, I'm talking from playing MMOs all my life. It's one of the main reasons why leveling experience has always been such a integral part of MMORPGs. Why? Because the leveling process should put you through struggles and friction that are not insanely hard. Like, for example, look at classic World of Warcraft. Classic World of Warcraft, it's not a hard game. It's not a hard game at all. It's stupidly easy. But the game constantly pushes you through friction. It constantly triggers a little bit inside of you that is making you fear the mob that you're fighting. And ESO doesn't do that. ESO just lets you have the absolute protagonist experience. And then when you actually want to do quote-unquote content, you're not ready at all. Because you've just been pampered. To me, it's so weird. It doesn't make any sense. And again, I don't want new players to not being able to do stuff. I don't want casuals to struggle everywhere. But there is no in between. There is no in between. There is no. It's just like either you're on autopilot or you're getting challenged. Like, I struggle with that, like for example, me in PvE. I struggle with that tremendously. My only experiences in PvE are I steamroll the dungeon, I have no clue what is happening, but we kill everything, or everything is so overwhelming and so mechanically intense that I also have no clue what is going on. And then I die. There's just no in between. Now the one-time reels, I don't think you can. I don't think you can. I don't think I would want to as well. But there are certain aspects about pre-one-time real that you can think about were being good things, and there are things about one-time real that you could see as bad things, and that's something you can learn from, and you can find balancing in these things. Like, again, maybe I'm naive, but I think I do think game developers could, maybe even should, find solutions in these things. Like, I understand your question, Wedgie, but I always like to not argue in a way of like one extreme versus the other. So again, there's nothing wrong with your question at all, but it's too black and white. It's too black and white. Yes, agreed. Combat should be more challenging and engaging constantly and less tedious one-shot mechanics. Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's also part of the power creep that is experienced to us, because I think a lot of us can relate to this, right? Like in the older versions of ESO, this is both for PvP and PvE. It was a lot more normal that a health bar would go down like this. You know, it would go like this. And you would have like multiple checkpoints, and then healing would be a lot less impactful as well. You know what I mean? So the like healing up would also be like a little bit of a slower process. Because right now, like if I sometimes look at health bars in PvP, they just disappear and then they're fully back to full health. I just think inherently the power creep has just gotten out of hand in that regard. Ooh, it's Khan. What's up, man? Borba two blades. I love those one-handers. I use them on tool costs on the back bar. He's teabagging. Khan is teabagging. Oh no, Kamul's teabagging as well. Don't ban us. Don't ban us. No. That's a cool looking character. Shall I create some light? Here, now you can see better. Nice. See, and this is what I love about my settings. Do you see how dark it is? Because it's dark outside. So I love the fact that Khan's black outfit is really dark. And that the red light is such a highlighted thing because that's the only source of light. And then when I do this, boom, the entire character becomes visible. Like, in my opinion, the base gamma settings of ESO, what they advise you to use is way too bright. I'd play with jabs, feels so wrong. Oh no. Damn. I have shadow effects. One Temiel was a result of not explaining factions to players properly now. Perhaps, but it's still, they changed the game for the better. Yeah. Oh no, Wick just logged in. Uh-oh. If Wick is gonna sensually dance in the background, I might lose all my fans. They'll become Victor fans. Tweety! Hello, hello, hello! How you doing? And again, guys, I appreciate all of you guys for this awesome conversation. I think, in a weird way, this conversation is super productive. Not that it's actually gonna change the game, but it puts the finger on the pain points And I don't know how it is for you guys, but for me it's always very therapeutic to understand where frustration and misunderstanding is coming from, and then trying to learn from like all these different ideas that you can like change with each other, and it gives it like a place, so to say. It gives all the issues that we have and all the frustrations and all the anger and all the disappointment, it gives it all a place. It almost like is a weird way of like it justifies it, but it also doesn't make you linger in it. How are you, dear? I'm actually having a pretty good day. Like, I was feeling quite ill, and I'm actually still like a bit like I have like a stomach ache, and it isn't really going away. But besides that, I'm actually having a very cool day. It's a very good day. I played football again. I'm super happy about that. I was actually being able to move my body in a sufficient way where I could actually participate. And it's a feeling I didn't have for, I think the last time was like 7 months ago, where I had like a similar feeling, so that's really cool. And I'm just, hey, Sticko, and I don't know, I'm just really fucking, I said it so many times, I feel so privileged. I feel so privileged to be in this position where I can just sit here in front of my microphone and think out loud about stuff, not being an expert, not understanding everything, and then just change idea with you guys, and actually just I know, like, because of some of the points Pain points out and Mighty points out and Wedgie has pointed out and Patch and Pure pointed out earlier, and Rats and all the, and Ange earlier, Spellslinger, like all these different ideas, they just help me understand everything a lot better. And that just makes like life more comfortable. Still unable to catch daily quests. Think you can move for actually analyzing and getting into specific much better than just grumbling. Yeah, and I cannot promise that I won't grumble. Like, for example, yesterday, I don't know if you were here at any time, Khan, really. I was kinda in a nasty mood yesterday, because I was just so fed. Sometimes I'm just so fed up with people who refuse to acknowledge the obvious. It can be annoying at times. It's me, a Mario. Yahoo! Elden Ring is also a perfect example that even plenty of casual players enjoy more challenging than average game mechanics. Yeah, at the end of the day, we are playing a video game. As rude and cruel as that sounds, we are still playing a video game. Some people might forget that. A Mario versus ESO. Yeah, we actually did a Mario jumping puzzle. Did I make clips of that? I don't know if I made clips of that. don't think I did. Oh no. I don't think I did, which is a shame. So that was really funny. Like I had this. Wait, where is it? Oh no. Oh, here it is. Uh-oh. Oh no, I cannot. Let's see. Never mind, it's gone. I had like a whole background. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream, by the way. It's getting late for me. It's getting late for me, but once again, I do really fucking appreciate the convo. It's so helpful for me as a streamer, as a human being, as a ESO enjoyer to have these conversations, because I can put so, well, and I don't know if Ange came in the chat to be an absolute, like, you know, they always say like devil advocate. She came in and I was like the angel of reason. I was like, oh my god, it's so refreshing to see people say out loud what a lot of people. And again, this maybe might sound be a bit judgmental of what people should do, but I genuinely believe that a lot of people that are complaining about stuff should have her attitude and just be like, you know what? I don't care about all these things. So I'm also not gonna cry about the rewards. I'm also not gonna cry that I cannot participate at a certain level. I'm fine with that. I wanna do the things that I like, and I wanna have fun. And I understand that if I wanna do these other things, I have to put in a lot more effort into it. I have to try a lot harder. And if I'm not gonna do it, I'm not gonna achieve these things. And that's oh my god. If everyone implemented that mindset, we could come to so much bigger and better solutions to things. Holy fuck. Alright. Let's first pick the YouTube winner. Everyone join the YouTube giveaway. Join the YouTube giveaway, guys. Just be the goat like me. Anything on. You are the goat. If you forgot how to have fun on the game is not fun. Type in Diadem in the YouTube chat, guys. I'm gonna slowly count down from 10, so this is your last chance to join the giveaway on YouTube. And after that, we're gonna pick the winner on Twitch. So this is 100,000 gold on YouTube. And like the stream. Subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't already. Alright, we're gonna pick a winner in 10. 9. Don't do it, it's a trap. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Yo, you're all shook up. What's good, man? The winner of the 100,000 gold on YouTube is Ultra! Congratulations. Oh my god, is Ultra gonna win both again? He did this once, you know. Ultra actually won the YouTube and the Twitch giveaway. Like, what was it, like 2 weeks ago or something? Congratulations, Ultra! And now we're gonna pick a winner on Twitch. Yo, Shook! Thank you for the 100 bits! Let's go! We can start a hype chain, guys, I'm just saying. We can start a hype chain, a sub, a resub, anything will proc it. Thank you so much, man. We're gonna pick a winner on the Twitch chat. So type in Didem. Follow the channel, type in Didem. The reason Didem is the keyword is because Didem was permanently banned for, in my opinion, absolute nonsense. And apparently Sauce agreed with that eventually. So they unbanned him, luckily. So he is free again. So we're now gonna pick a winner of 1 million gold. Yes, Dynam is free, Stecco. He is free. You can finally play ESO again. Alright. I'm gonna count down from 10 again, and the winner gets 1 million gold. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Yo, what up, Runa? 4, 3, 2, 1. And the winner is... Good luck, everyone. And also go follow Runa, guys. The winner is 1 million gold goes to... Grey Fangs. Congratulations. Everyone go follow Shook. Go follow Runa. Go follow Pain. IndieX. Go follow Ninja Pools Gaming. Go follow Mighty Mumble. Go follow Kieran Blaze. So many cool members of the community are... Like, again, it's such a wild thing for me. Like, I wasn't streaming a little bit over a year ago, and now I have like these people that have been like PvPing, PvEing on the highest level and doing it on stream and being such a integral part of the community for so long. And they're just hanging out in my chat, listening to what I have to yap about. That is fucking insane. That is genuinely fucking insane. Like, I'm still in a fever dream. Let me whisper the winner, because exclamation mark winner, guys. The winner is always final. The winner is always final. We always pick the winner at the end of the stream because my streaming schedule is so absolutely not predictable. I don't hold anyone hostage to the end of the stream because you can never know. It can be a 3-hour stream, it can be a 12-hour stream, and anything in between. So let me DM Gray. Alright, that is done. Let's go. Congratulations, Gray. Oh, there you are. Let's go. What is your in-game name? And what is your region? What is your in-game name and what is your region that you play on, Gray? Then I can sort you out immediately. Now we just gatekeep everything. Stop. Oh yeah, true. True. Streamers toxic. Streamers don't know what to talk about. Streamers have no life, so they play the game the entire game. That's why they say the things they say. Just ignoring my 50-hour job besides streaming. God damn it. PC name same as Twitch? Okay, so just the same as here? And then PC NA. Alright. Yeah. Okay, I'll copy paste that. Alright, in the meantime, let's pick out someone to raid. Do you have anyone cool to raid too? Let's see. Again, oh my god, 500 people in the category. I'm the #1 stream with 82 viewers. Oh no. That's doom. Who shall I raid? Who shall I raid? Maybe Tracy? What is Tracy doing? Housing. Entertainment venues. Contest night? That could be fun. Shall I raid Tracy? Watch some housing? Yeah, Tracy's awesome. By the way, guys, another day without a goal reached. So I might just quit streaming because, you know, we have to break goals. This is not worth it for me. I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. Let's read off to Tracy. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stream. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the 100-bit Shook. Thank you, Mighty Mumble for the raid. Thank you, Cocktra for the raid. Thank you, Gion for the raid. Thank you for all the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful conversations. Thank you, everyone, for being respectful, open-minded, and willing to listening to my absolute episodes. I'm gonna quickly check if there's someone to raid on YouTube as well, because you can now redirect, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool thing. Let me see if there's anyone online. Anime is online. I'm gonna raid Anime. Body tomorrow? Yeah, probably Pain. Probably. We will probably gather an EU army and come dance somewhere. It's it should be like 8 Amsterdam time, right? I think so. Yeah, I think we can gather a dancing army and come hang out with you. Free content. Yeah. Alright guys, thank you so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.